Hey, this is Angel. In this video, I'm going to be discussing narcissism, why all the crazy making. Welcome back to Narc Repellent. The channel is devoted to those seeking understanding, strategies, and support as they are recovering from narcissistic or toxic abuse and trauma of any kind. If you're interested in gaining further perspective on these subjects, you've come to the right place. Our topic-related quote for the day comes from Taylor Swift, very popular singer. When looking for something to share about who she is, the one fact that stood out to me is that she's worth well over $360 million. Here's what she has to say. Silence speaks so much louder than screaming tantrums. Never give anyone an excuse to say that you're crazy. I wonder if Taylor's had many narcissists cross her path. It almost seems like she's talking to them. If you found this channel and this video, you probably already know that relating in any way with a person who has narcissistic traits, qualities, toxicity, or any other type of personality disorder can make your life crazy. With all the tools in their tool chest, a narcissist can create havoc in your life, resulting in crazy making like I've never seen before. The crazy making starts with an incredible outpouring of love and attention, only to result in a desperate temper tantrum, abusive rages, disrespectful, disgusting behaviors toward you, all in an attempt to take away the light, the positivity, the goodness in you, and replace it with their negativity, bad behavior, and low self-worth. In this video, I'd like to address how they promote chaos, drama, and pain, why a narcissistic person goes to these depths for attention, and I'd like to discuss some suggestions on how to work your way through the mess the crazy making leaves in your life. If that sounds interesting to you, please stay tuned. First, I'd like to take a moment to invite you to subscribe to my channel. Share, like, and comment. I want to acknowledge those who've been loyally watching my videos. I really appreciate what you're doing for me. I don't know about you, but during this particular time in history, it's not easy for me to motivate myself to do this work. But, okay, let's get back on topic for this video, narcissistic crazy making. First of all, how does the narcissist create an atmosphere of drama and crazy making? As you've probably seen and heard on my and many other YouTube channel videos, a narcissist or toxic person will use a number of strategies and coping mechanisms to test your ability to supply their needs, to lure you into their reality, to take everything from you, and finally, to leave you to wallow in the sorrow they created for you. None of this sounds like anything any one of us should ever enter into knowingly. There are quite a number of options the narc will use to control, manipulate, abuse, take power over you, and cause chronic confusion in your life. I'd like to discuss a number of these with you. My reason for exposing this information to you is to hope that if you're currently experiencing anything like this, and you've ignored the red flags like I did, you can put a stop to it right now. And secondly, so that you will learn to be more aware of the red flags in future relationships, many difficult lessons to learn in life. The first set of tools the narcissist will use is providing inconsistent attention and validation. To me, this was the most abusive way he could get to me. It's cruel and extremely stressful and confusing. Showering with love and attention and then going silent or hateful and disgusted. Using this technique on a vulnerable, empathic, codependent person will destroy them. There's something chemically going on in the brain when this is happening, which is totally out of my realm of knowledge, of course, but I do know it's a very destructive technique in making someone feel like they're going insane. And I'm not even referring to gaslighting or getting the silent treatment. And then there's projection, the blame game, word salad. These techniques are right in line with the number one set in their use and ability to create crazy making. Being accused of doing something or saying something you never did or said consistently will drive you insane, especially when the perpetrator is adamant about what they saw and what they heard. Blaming, shaming, placing guilt, it's as if you're not being heard or seen. A ton of negativity and anger could be thrown your way. The narc is unable to accept any responsibility, so will project all of their faults and insecurities onto you. I don't know about you, but I have enough of my own shit going on to take care of someone else's as well, right? This is true crazy making. The third set of tools would be acting like the critical parent or professional victim. The narc ends up looking like a hypocrite here, as they will criticize all of the traits that they loved about and fawned over with you in the beginning of the relationship. They believe that they have a right to be critical toward you as if they are the authority, while at the same time acting like the only victim that could be in the relationship. Crazy making. The fourth set of tools that I put together would be passive-aggressive or selective memory. It's very confusing to continue receiving conflicting messages, backwards compliments, and having your words repeated in a twisted way. This is just as bad as pretending to have lost your memory, or perhaps have remembered something that did not occur, or perhaps the memory you're recalling is just plain wrong. It's crazy making. The last group I put together for today is their ability to alter the truth and implant false ideas. Using these techniques will continue to raise the crazy making and drama that the narcissist loves to create. You know what the truth is. You know what your reality is. However, when the narc pushes their agenda and their reality, it's very hard to resist. All of this is done in an attempt to question your own reality and sanity. The crazy making these efforts create will be exasperating. It will upset you. You will probably want to explain and defend yourself and your character, as it will continue to confuse you. Crazy making is very stressful. You're being bullied while they play the victim. You will lose your patience. It's very common that you will end up giving in and taking the blame in order to just put a stop to the craziness. Why does the narcissistic person endeavor to make you feel like you're the crazy one? Why do they keep you in a state of confusion and like you're walking on eggshells? Why do they dump all their crap on you? Why does it continue to get worse, even with your attempts to confront the narc with their bad behavior? Well, I began asking myself those questions as I found myself finally waking up from that toxic relationship. I continue to ask these same questions today, almost a year later. I've researched, I've listened to the experts, the doctors, the victims. I've even heard confessions from narcissists, which are a real trigger, you guys, so be careful if you choose to listen to any of that. This is the truth. Why do they do it? Because they can. Because we've relaxed our boundaries and let them in to see how vulnerable we are. Because we trusted them. Because they are skilled at manipulating and controlling people. They've been doing it their entire life. Because they found a beautiful, lovely, intelligent, incredible person of true character and virtue to whom they chose to exploit. Because we, my friends, had everything they could have ever wanted. They had to take over and destroy this goodness and light because they don't have what we have. They never will. Hope, energy, empathy, love, hang on to this part of you. Your true self will reemerge stronger in the end. What do I know now? The narcissist led me into an illusion, implanted false ideas, beliefs, and fantasies into my mind, tricked me into believing his character was honorable. All communication, though, was insincere. He was not able to give me anything, and in the end, there was no relationship. What have I learned, and what could I possibly suggest to you? What insight have I gained through this? What is the most important thing I need to keep in the forefront of my mind? The answer for me is me. I'm not being selfish, Mom. My mental health, as well as all of yours, my friends, is way too important. I cannot allow someone to ever infiltrate my life like this again. I need to understand this personality disorder and the shenanigans they will pull in order to be able to spot it sooner. I need to continue healing those parts of me that allowed this energy in the first place. I need to believe that my life and my purpose are important and have value. I need to protect that spirit in me that hopes for a future bright and new and well-deserved. This is done through lots of support and learning how to set better boundaries. Boundaries that will protect your psyche and your reality like a freaking fortress would protect your home. You will need to learn to say stop and no, and say it often to a toxic person who's trying to make you feel like you're the one going insane. That's about all I have to share today on this topic. If you've been through anything like this, please know there are many avenues of support. Whether you have left the narc in your life or you are still suffering with them, know that you are not alone in this struggle. Don't stay isolated. Get good help. It takes time to heal, so give yourself lots of time. Thank you for spending your time with me today. I hope you have a peaceful and graceful day.